Hi everybody, happy Friday. It's been a week over here in this house. We are on, I think it's week 3 of having the baby at home full time. So trying is an appropriate word to use. Exhausted is another appropriate word to use. So I was feeling very much like I wanted a treat, and I was watching Gabi Dalkin, and I hope I'm saying her name correctly. She is the blogger, influencer, recipe writer of What's Gabi Cooking, and so I bought her cookbooks this week, and so I'm making her dad's kitchen sink cookies. I have let me show you, I have her cookbook over here to the side. And so what I've done is, she doesn't cook dairy free, so what I've done is I've adapted the recipe so that I can eat it. So I just want to quickly show you guys, because I think that a big holdup on people that need to eat dairy free, people that want to eat dairy free and gluten. Actually, this recipe is also gluten free. I've adapted it. I think that they just don't know where to start, and it's actually not too bad. Once you get used to eating this way, it just becomes second nature. I don't even think about it anymore. It's just intuitive to me. So if you're dairy free and something says it's vegan, you can always eat it, right? So these are Enjoy Life Semi Sweet. These are the mini little chips. So these are the chocolate chips that I'm gonna add. That's one chocolate chip. I'm going a little bananas. I'm also using the Huge Gems, so I'm using some of those, and that's both of those things sub in for the semi-sweet chocolate chips. So that's just like normal chocolate chips. So that's what I'm using. Hugh Kitchen is one of my very favorite treats. They are paleo. They don't add a bunch of sugar to their chocolate. It's like chocolate that really tastes like chocolate. They had a flagship restaurant in New York around Union Square, and it actually closed. I'm not sure if it closed because of COVID-19 or if they were already struggling at the flagship restaurant and then COVID hit. They're still making their products, but it's just something that I love it. They're great food. One of my favorite restaurants was to go there in New York, go by myself for lunch. So I like to support, and they're kind of expensive. They're a little pricey. This bag at Whole Foods is like $9.99. It's 9 ounces. I also give them to the baby just to eat as little treats during the week. They melt in his mouth. He's not gonna choke. But you can also get them on Thrive Market, which is something that I've actually recently subscribed to. And I'm doing the $5 a month plan. And I got a lot of my staples in a box this week, and I'm actually super impressed. And then her recipe calls for M&Ms. I can't eat any of the M&M products. None of the Hershey's products come dairy free. So instead, I'm using these. The brand is called Unreal, and they're dark chocolate with crispy quinoa. And now this recipe doesn't have anything crispy in it, but I actually think that these little crispy bits are gonna really set it off. I'm actually really excited. And I also wanna note that, see the color, they even come in blue, and it's pink, so they're still gonna be the cookies are gonna come out really playful and colorful. But the blue is made from spirulina. It's got beet extract in it. So all of the, all of the colors that you see in the little not M&Ms, the little gems, we'll call them gems. It's all vegetable extract, which you're not gonna get any nutrition out of that, but I just love the fact that it's not red dye 40 and all of that stuff, because Bryson actually doesn't do really great with that, and I was allergic to red dye 40 as a kid. Red dye 40, I think that's it, right? It's the fake dye. Okay, let's get into it. That was a lot of talking. I think maybe I haven't talked to anybody but the baby today, so it's fine. Okay, so, also, last thing, she calls for a stick of unsalted butter, and in a recipe like this, when I want to go indulgent and not, you can sub in Mykonos butter or earth balance butter, but what's gonna give you that really luscious flavor is to use ghee in place of butter. So this is the 4th and Heart ghee that I've used in this recipe. You don't have to put this in the fridge. I keep it out of the fridge, so it's already super soft, so you don't have to soften it or whatever. Okay, here we go. Also, side note, look at this super cute spatula. This is the Gabi Dalkin No Kid Hungry cookie spatula from Williams Sonoma. Okay, let's get into it. What I'm doing is, this is a 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. I'm gonna put it into the mixer here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 2 different types of sugars. The reason that you wanna add 2 different types of sugars, which I didn't write this recipe, so I don't wanna speak for Gabi, but you add dark brown, this is true brown sugar, this isn't coconut sugar today. I told you guys, it's been a week. I'm using real sugar. If you know me, you know that means friggin' business for realsies. Okay, so that was a 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar, which is gonna make your cookie nice and chewy. And this is a 1/2 cup of cane sugar. Now, Gabi called for granulated sugar, for a full cup of granulated sugar. I am not making the full recipe because I do not need 3 dozen cookies in my life right now. Okay, you can see, I've got my mixer, putting it down. We're gonna mix that for 3 minutes. And then after 3 minutes, once it's all creamed together, can you still hear me? I don't know. I'm gonna add an egg. So I'll see you back here after that. Okay, so I've creamed together the butter and the ghee and the sugar. I've added 1 egg and I just incorporated it. And I also added in a teaspoon of vanilla. I don't measure vanilla, but this is organic vanilla extract. This is a Thrive Market brand. I haven't used it yet, so I'll report back and let you know if I like it. I wonder if Ina would approve of this. It's good vanilla. It says it's from Madagascar, which is where all the good stuff is from. Okay, so onward we go. I am going to combine the flour. So this is a cup of flour. This is the alternative to all-purpose, like normal all-purpose flour. This is the I think it's Arrowhead Mill. Yeah, Arrowhead Mills, gluten-free. So you just sub it in 1 for 1. So Gabi called for 2 cups. I'm splitting it, so I'm doing 1 cup of gluten-free flour into the bowl, and then pulverized oats, 3/4 of a cup of oats. That's gonna give your cookies some texture. Baking soda and baking powder. And Gabi calls for salt, but I actually ran out of all of this ghee, which is like the more unsalted ghee that they offer, and I had to put a little bit of my Himalayan pink salt ghee in this recipe, so I'm not gonna add salt at all because nobody wants you need salt in your cookies to set off that sugar, but nobody wants an overly salted cookie. So I'm just mixing this together, and then I'm gonna slowly pour my dry ingredients into my wet ingredients, and I'm just gonna do it on. I wish I was fancy enough to have like a tilt thing that you could see what the heck I was doing down here, but I'll just tell you verbally. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this little guy on low, okay? And we're just gonna pat it in. I think I'm gonna be able to get this recipe done while my child is still asleep. I don't have faith. We haven't even gotten to go outside to play today. It's been raining all morning. Okay guys, so I did that, and then I'm going to add in the mix-ins, okay? She says that you can, yep, gotta do it by hand. That's what I thought. Okay, listen, I'm not going rogue. Sometimes, guys, I'm gonna do what she says. Okay, so this is chopped, unsweetened dried apricots and whole cranberries, which I've never had these cookies, so Gabi, this is real trust, because this is a lot of mix-ins, but here I go. Okay, and then we've already talked about all the chocolate goodies. Like those effects. Okay, in they go, in they go. Okay, and then it's just elbow grease, she says. Oh yeah, honestly, they look super fun. Sometimes you just need a fun cookie during the middle of a freaking global meltdown. Am I right or am I right? It's just been a lot lately. Okay, I'm not gonna work these in too much. I'm just working it until it's, you know, the batter here is thick, but actually it looks really great. I made sure that you didn't have to chill these beforehand, because a lot of recipes, you gotta chill your dough so it doesn't spread out too much in the oven. But Gabi doesn't say to do that, so we're trusting our girlfriend. Okay, the Ina trick, cookie scoop onto, or I'm sorry, ice cream scoop. I called it a cookie scoop because that's really what it should be. So I'm just using a medium cookie scoop here. That's an Ina trick. I'm obsessed. Ina, please reach out. Cookies are like actually ginormous. I'm a little concerned. It's okay though. But I'm sure that Bryson will be very excited to eat giant cookies. Yep, here they go. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to get them all on one sheet, but that's totes fine by me. Just do it in batches. So I've got the oven on a 375. She doesn't say to pat these down or anything. So I'm going for it. And they're gonna go in for, I think it's about 10 minutes. Yep, 10 minutes, okay. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, ooh, ah. I hope that doesn't make you nauseous. Okay, I'll meet you back here when the cookies are done. Hi friends, somebody smelled cookies, so he got up from his nap just in time. I was pulling out the cookies and they truly are really big. They're big cookies. Oh, somebody's ready. What's that? Somebody's ready to eat cookies. They look awesome and they smell awesome. And we're gonna put them over to a cooling rack and we're gonna make the second batch. And we're gonna have a really good weekend, and I hope that you guys do too. Thank you so much for watching along, and I'm excited to taste these. Can you say bye? Bye. Bye.